Hello, welcome back to the Off-Grid family. Today I'm going to be reviewing this, which you can't see what's in there yet, but this is a helping hands for doing soldering, and I'll put what it looks like up there. I do loads of soldering all the time. Me and my daughter have a lot of fun doing soldering and making little projects and so on, so this will come in very, very handy. This was actually given to me by the company, but they've not told me to say anything, and I'm not in any way financially, motivated to tell you to buy this. But if you do like what you see, then obviously I'll put links and so on in the description. Before we get on, I'd like to thank Darren, my Patreon. Thank you, dude, for sticking with us for so long. If you'd like to join him, all the links are in the description. Anyway, let's get on. Okay, I'm really excited for this one, so let's have a look inside. Okie dokie. This comes in a multitude of different arrangements as well, so you can have the pokey ones where it like holds your PCB and so on. Then you've got the handy helpers, magnifying glass and various other things. They do a few different things. I'll have a look into that. I like all that sort of stuff. Right, okay, so on the back here we've got a letter of thanks, which I think is quite nice. It's always nice to have that sort of recognition. I know it goes to everyone, but they don't have to write it. What's this then? Okay, so this is our information about the multifunction soldering clamp wire holder PCB fixture DIY tool. So basically, let's open these and have a look, and I'll talk you through them. Okay, so these are clamps for holding basically anything you want within this, this gap and this gap. So I'll talk to you about both of them in a second, but basically this here is magnetic, and it is a decent magnet. That ain't going nowhere kind of thing. And you can connect it so that you can have pieces of wire together, all sorts of things. There's loads of different things you can use this for, but they are just very, very useful. So, for example, I can have it like this, and I can have it holding my wires, right? And now imagine if we cut the wire, we can now solder these together very, very easily and keep them connected. But also, this side is for actually holding PCBs. Let me just move this out of the way. They are so strong, the magnets, it's so good. This, literally, you're never worried that this is going to fall off. These are solid on there. This is genuinely an extremely good magnet. But we can clip this here. Where do we clip this one? Let's have a look. Clip this one here. And now we've got something we can solder on that's really, really comfortable to solder on, and it's not going anywhere kind of thing. So that's really, really good. But what we do now is we will have a look at soldering a few bits and pieces and doing a few different little experiments with it and sort of demonstrations. But I want to show you something that's quite amusing. Now, the company reached out to me and said, would you like to do a review of this? And I was like, of course I do. Because I'd actually bought this one from AliExpress just a couple of days before, and I just thought it's so funny that this company's reached out and offered me a far superior item. And I thought to myself, well, I can do a side-by-side comparison, and we can see if spending that extra money is worth it, because there is a vast difference in the money, However, this thing is just so poor. Like, if you are just having two wires that you need to solder together, and you want them soldered together, and then you're going to put a heat shrink tube on, this is perfect, right? But this will not work if it's a different distance that you need, obviously. But also, the other day, when I had this and I hadn't had this one, I was trying to keep two wires together inside a box that they come from. But I couldn't get this anywhere near, whereas this has so much more versatility. So they're day and night in, quality and what they can do and so on. But I just thought it was funny that I'd literally just got this one. But another thing that really annoys me with this one, even though it was cheap, the springs are so strong to push down, but they're only strong from about here. So they don't actually hold on very well here. It's only when they get past their sort of resistance layer. So it's just, you know, you get what you paid for, don't you? But this thing here is going to be an absolute beauty to have on my, you know, with my soldering stuff. But they are so, this here as well is very, very nice to press, and the amount of force that comes between them is perfect. You know, you're not going to need any more force than that. But let's do some experiments, let's do some examples, and let's see, you know, why this is worth the money it's worth. Oh, also, have a look at that. The bottom pad, the bottom thing is solid, so it's not moving anywhere. This is rubber, and it is so you know, full of friction that it's not moving anywhere. So you set it up with the wires you want, and you can be pretty happy that that is not going to go anywhere unless you physically pick it up and move it around. But that is just perfect where it is, you know. But yeah, let's get soldering and let's see how good it works, because as far as I can tell from the onset, from the view, I'm happy with that already. I'd be very, very happy if this just arrived like it is. But we might as well do some examples and some tests with it and see how it gets on, and, you know, whether it can pass the tests. Okay, so what I'd normally be doing is I'd normally have two pieces of wire. Let's just peel these apart. And I would normally put them like this. And like this, and I'd spend a bit of time trying to straighten them up and solder them. So I'm going to do it until I get it right, and then I'm going to go through all of the different ways of doing it. That'll do. Right, so for me, this is where the sort of like long journey of trying to get them to sit together in a way that's close enough to what I want. And because I'm going to be heat shrink tubing, you can't see on the camera, but one of them shooting off this way, if I then solder it like that, it's going to then go through the heat shrink tubing, and that's no good. So you have to just keep fiddling with it till they sit how you want. That's close enough, we'll use that. Instantly I've touched it and it's moved, like, as in it moved. This was obviously spring loaded in some way, but right, let's go again. This is not to put on for dramatic effect. I just find these things are a bit difficult to get together. Now if I was to twist them together it would hold better, but I'm trying to make it as flat as possible, and this has actually happened to me recently where I haven't been able to twist them together and I've had to do this. It just takes a bit of time, and it's not crazy hard to do, but it's just a pain in the butt. Something's wrong with my soldering iron, I think. One of the things I like the most about this is the fact that you can literally press with one finger and loosen up the jaws, and it means you can do a lot of one-handed work with it. But also I'm able to move these in a specific way, so now I'm able to pull this all apart. It makes life so much easier. It's like just now I was able to just turn this and get it into a different position, and for example I'm doing it one-handed, but I need this here, let's say. I put it here, and then I can actually move it down and get it to the exact like tension I need, etc. as well. It just is so clever, it works so well. Okay, just to point out how well this is made, right? First off, I'm just going to show you, first of all, there's no trick photography here. I'm going to put one here, and then we're going to take this thing. Now this is not light. If you have a look at all the circuitry, you know, this is a heavy piece of kit. And all I'm going to do is we'll whop that there, and now, just to show you as well, how do I show you this? This isn't actually touching the floor when it's on its side, if that makes sense. It's still able to fall if it wants to, but it doesn't. Let's turn it up the other way. So we're a little bit overbalanced. Let's do it that way. There we go. So as you can see, that is all being held up by this. That's how ridiculously well, you know, the magnets are strong enough to hold it there. The clips are strong enough, but these are strong enough to hold it, but they're soft enough to be able to do one-handed, so you can actually just, you know, deal with it one-handed without having to fight it, you know. It just really works. So let's do a few demonstrations. Let's get some wires and we'll just set them up and see how quickly I can solder everything together. Okay, all I'm going to do is I'm going to shove a piece of wire in here, and then I'm going to get a piece of wire in here, line them up, and that is literally all I have to do to get them to be lined up perfectly to then allow me to solder them together. Oh, and even though I'm now knocking them all over the place, but again, that's it, done. They're together again now. Now if I just move this along a bit, perfect. Okay, so we're now soldered perfectly. Do it again. So this side though, because that side was slightly frayed. Afraid of what? Sorry. Okay, put them together. The thing is as well, because it's like this, you're able to solder to the wires, and then you've got control over this, so you can move it while it's still wet and still hot. I nearly said still wet, but you know what I mean. So there you go again, completely connected. So that's super simple to do. One thing I found that I thought was really cool, let me show you. Okay, so this here is my soldering station, and it's made of metal, and I am able to have these on here, so now I can actually solder directly here, and life is even easier. I don't need even the board. Obviously, I'm keeping it, it works perfectly, but it's just one of those things, and there's loads of these magnetic handy helpers you can buy. That there is a set that comes with it as well that they sell, but not in this set. But yeah, perfect. Like I quite often say in videos where I've acquired something that's been good and useful, you'll see this a lot more in my videos. This will be something I use all the time. I actually used it in the kitchen on a project that's not being done as a video, but I was putting up some lights for my wife to make it more ambient and nice out there, and ironically enough I needed this to put together two basically strips of LEDs, just to hold them together while I soldered them together, and it was just something that I was able to just grab and use. Perfect. Okay, so there you go. It's a very useful bit of kit, and to be honest, for the price range, it does exactly what you want. And when I buy something for soldering to make my life a little bit easier, I'm always hesitant because you're never quite sure whether it's going to be any good. And there's so much rubbish out there that when you start looking into buying it, you've got 10 different versions, and one will be £2. And you're like, oh, I'll get that because that's exactly the same as that one. And then you get it and the springs are broken, or it's made out of an inferior whatever and it breaks, and so on and so on. Like the one I showed you, the very inferior one, the springs are too tight, and because you can't move it anywhere, it's very unuseful in a lot of situations. It's only good if you've got two pieces of wire you want to solder together. That's pretty much the only situation that actually works in. So I would highly recommend this one, and if I've got links and so on, I'll put them all in the description. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to Darren. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.